Hello and welcome to the Freelancers Tea Break, the short and sweet podcast you can enjoy whilst you're making a cuppa. I'm your host, Emma Cossey, and this is the podcast for anyone who is already freelance or is thinking about going freelance. There are certain things on the Business Lounge calls that I say quite often as little reminders, and I thought, oh, there goes my Discord. I have a Discord, by the way. If you haven't joined it, it's the Freelance Lifestyle Discord. It is a lovely community. Anyway, so I've muted that now, and I just wanted to give you a reminder of something that I share quite often in the group, but then I forget to share on the podcast, and I think it's the best advice I've ever been given, which is underpromise and overdeliver. And I have tried to apply it throughout my freelance life and my personal life. So underpromise and overdeliver. It's probably easier if I explain the opposite, which is overpromising and underdelivering. So overpromising and underdelivering is where it can turn up in loads of different ways. Quite commonly, it turns up with deadlines. So you promise that you'll get something to the client by Friday. They haven't even asked for Friday. They're quite happy in 2 weeks, but you've said Friday. So now their expectation is that you're going to get it to them for Friday. You are then panicking, getting it done as quick as you can because you've said Friday. And you're either then not hitting that deadline or you're hitting the deadline with something that you've possibly rushed a bit too much. And you potentially then under-deliver. You've also not given yourself any opportunity to wow them because you're just going to meet their expectations. You've said Friday, you've got them the work, or you have slightly missed the deadline. So you've either just met their expectations or come just below it. Whereas underpromising and overdelivering is where you underpromise. So you say, yeah, I can get that back to you in 2 weeks. Now, you know you can get it back to them in 10 days, but you give yourself 2 weeks. And it means that if you can then deliver it faster to them, you're over-delivering and you get that opportunity to wow them. So sometimes giving yourself a short deadline means that you're robbing yourself of the opportunity to really wow that client. Even though you know you can get it done faster, it just gives you that wiggle room and hopefully you won't need it. If you don't need it, then you get to deliver earlier. The client's really, really happy. But if not, you've underpromised, so you've still got wiggle room. You're not going to be panicking and rushing. So the two things in that really. One is I know so many freelancers who are guilty of this, myself included, of giving a tighter deadline than is actually needed. So that's one of the things. And the second one is just not giving yourself the opportunity to really wow the client by giving yourself the amount of time or space or resources that you need to do something. So the same goes with results. If you slightly underpromise with results, you can then overdeliver and wow that client. Whereas if you promise massive things, if you then meet that, you're just meeting their expectations. So I just thought I would give that as a reminder for you. Write it down somewhere. Underpromise, overdeliver. It is much more effective for you. It's a much better way of you giving the client such an amazing impression of you if you're able to overdeliver than by putting yourself in a situation where you can only underdeliver. So there is one of the I say it in the group calls quite often, so I thought I would share it with you as well. I can't remember if I've mentioned it on the podcast before, but I hope you found that useful, and I hope you have a lovely freelance week.